So today we are talking about the bride price. Yes, the bride price. This particular topic has had a lot of debates. I've had to engage a lot of young men and women on the issue of the bride price, especially regarding what exactly do you pay for a bride price? How much should you pay? And all that. And so today we're going to discuss what the bride price really is. What is the bride price? A bride price is usually a payment made by the groom's family to the bride's family to get the woman as a wife to the groom or to the man. So it is very typical in most African contexts, in African culture, where usually it comes in a form of money or some sort of something of value that the groom's family or the groom gives to the bride's family to seal the deal, sort of. So the payments for the bride price can range from almost nothing to a lot, depending on what family you're going into, what kind of wife you're getting, and all kinds of things, or even the cultural demands. Sometimes they give you a list, and along with that bride price that you have to pay. So there are different things that go with the bride price depending on what culture that you're marrying from or what family that you're marrying from. And the debate of what is appropriate to give as a bride price or to ask for as a bride price continues. But the lesson, or what I want us to focus on today, is the price that you pay to be in a relationship, particularly marriage. It's not coincidental that when you have to get married or when you have to go for your bride's hand in marriage, you have to pay a price for it. Even Jesus paid a price to have the church as his bride. And so it's scriptural to even pay that or to give something, a token, to seal the deal in that kind of formal relationship. And so be careful who you pick as your spouse. Be careful who you choose. For those who are not married, this is to you. Be careful who you pick out to be your person in marriage. When you like something, you don't mind paying for it. When you really like something, sometimes you get it even on a loan and you make payments for it. We see it as people get their dream cars, their dream homes, their dream phones, and sometimes they are not able to pay it upfront. They continue to make monthly payments or however periodic payments on that thing because they really like that thing so much and they value it. And sometimes when you look at the way they take care of those things, you realize that they put in maximum attention, maximum care for that thing. And so make sure that in your choosing, you choose somebody that you can pay for, somebody that you wouldn't mind paying the price for, especially in marriage or in most relationships. It comes in with a price. The example will be for people in influential positions like musicians, celebrities, presidents, ministers, pastors, and marrying those people in that capacity comes with a price. The price of maybe your independence, the price of, patience, the price of being held to a public reputation that you will not be on your own, So make sure that the person that you're choosing, that you keep those things in mind. Relationships are not cheap. Marriage is not cheap. It's pricey. So don't be hanged on the price that you pay for the bride or for the woman when you go ask for their hand in marriage. Every relationship has a price. Like I said, marriage is not free. And so be willing to pay. And you have to make daily payment on your marriage. You have to pay for these things because the stakes in marriage or in relationship is very high. These things come with the person. And so the beginning, the payments, the monetary payments or whatever kind of payments you make in the beginning is just a token of what you have to pay in the marriage. That's what people say, that marriage is work, that you have to put in. Some of us, the bride price is patience, that you have to pay daily. You need to always pay to have patience or use patience as currency in your marriage. Some people, it is extra trust. That is their price. Some people is understanding that they need to pay the price of understanding daily with their spouses, with their partner. There are so many prices. Some people, it's lack of privacy. Your spouse want to move to a particular place, you have to go with them. supporting your spouse in ministry or in their purpose as an introvert. And if your spouse is in the spotlight, you have to be in the spotlight, whether you like it or not. That may be your price. Marrying to somebody and their family people are not receptive to you, or the family of your spouse is not lovable, but you have, because you love that person, because you're in a relationship, because you married that person, you have to be in that marriage and you have to politely treat them. Not being able to engage in a way that you would freely do as a single person compared to being in a relationship or marriage. Not able to have certain kind of conversations because they're just not appropriate by the virtue of the fact that you're married. You cannot say certain kind of jokes by virtue of the fact that you're married. You cannot, you have to carry the office of your relationship. If you're married to a pastor, you have to carry that office. It's a burden that comes with your relationship. If you're married to a musician, a celebrity, you have to carry the office of your relationship. There are so many prices that you have to carry or pay for. And sometimes, you actually, when you marry, you actually carry the name of your partner. You carry the name, the reputation of your spouse. So when you do something, it's really not just you. It goes for it includes your spouse and your family and sometimes your children. And so your reactions and your actions have consequences that affect your partner. And those are some of the prices that sometimes we have to pay and being in a relationship, and that you need to be ready to pay. And so be careful of how you envy other people or how you want to be like other people who are in different positions, like royalty, like presidents' wives, like people in high positions and prestigious people, or even celebrities, because sometimes the prices that they are paying, or even normal people, regular people, it doesn't matter. It comes in different ways. Sometimes the prices that some people are paying to stay in the relationship, you cannot pay that. You chose your own price. And so if you're coming up and you're not married, make sure that you choose a price that you can afford. Like when you go to the shopping and you're shopping for watches and things, you look at what you can afford and then you purchase it. Everybody be in their own lane. Choose the price that you can afford. Choose the spouse that you can afford. Not just in Brideprice, but in character, but in living, but in, bearing the person's names and bearing the person's reputation. There is a price that you have to pay to be in that relationship. So that's something little that I thought I'd share with all of us today, to keep in mind. There are prices that we have to pay. And sometimes they may not be comfortable. Sometimes they may not be easy. Sometimes they may actually be very expensive, depending on your choice. And so make sure that you are doing due diligence to that, and you're paying your prices of patience, of extra love, of trust, of, support, and even keeping quiet and talking, or all kinds of prices that we all have to pay. And don't envy anybody, because you may never be able to pay their price to be in their relationship. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you again next time with another interesting topic. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and like this video and share, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you so much.